Video today, I wanted to talk about the new Strike product that allows you to take loans against your Bitcoin. So you give them your coin, and then you can take a loan out. So let's say you give them one Bitcoin, you can take out $50,000 against that one Bitcoin that's worth $100,000 as collateral. I'm not a huge fan of this because of traditionally that's not turned out well for folks that try to offer this product. Like last cycle, this did not turn out well for the people that tried to lend and offer Bitcoin loans. And so I replied to this note asking, if your lending holding partners blow up due to rehypothecation, will Strike customers lose funds? And that's my main concern. And that was confirmed. Coin did some research and replied to this guy's tweet. He put in a support ticket. And if you read through this, you can see that indeed they have to disclose that their lending partners can rehypothecate. It's something that can happen. Whether that will or not is an open question. And so Coin is really skeptical, as am I. So Coin posted this note that says 30 to 50% of major institutions that heavily rehypothecated Bitcoin have failed or went bankrupt during the last bear market. And so a lot of people lost money. I had some coins on these exchanges that blew up. I was able to take them off in time, but a lot of people that I know did lose money on things like FTX, Celsius, and BlockFi. And so obviously I'm skeptical as well. I sent the meme of the oof size being extra large. And then I switched over to Nostr to see what was going on Nostr, and I saw that Jack actually posted this video to address some of these issues. You can go and watch this video if you'd like. I don't know. He's not able to be very specific. He can only hint at things, I think, because of the legal situation he's dealing with these companies. But basically, he's saying that it's all right. They're using a trusted partner, NYDIG, that doesn't rehypothecate, and that they're working on new versions of this product that will include proof of reserves. But he doesn't explicitly say that all these safeguards are in place right now. And so I replied to this asking him, yo, what happens to pleb funds if they're using Strike's bill pay products or keeping sats on Strike? So that would be like for people who use Strike as a normal exchange and who use like their bill pay features and that might have some sats sitting on Strike. So what happens to those innocent sort of pleb funds if/when his partners blow up due to their rehypothecation? And then I said that I was going to move to River until Strike has proof of reserves and a strong firewall, and that I saw enough of this nonsense last cycle with FTX, BlockFi, Celsius, etc. And so we're talking about a few different things here. So there's Strike the business, and then they have Strike's partners, which I believe are NYDIG, that will actually do the lending to Strike customers. So if you wanted to use that lend product, you would give your Bitcoin to Strike. They would give that Bitcoin to their lending partner like NYDIG, and then NYDIG would lend them the money to give back to you. But the issue then comes into if they end up not having a trustworthy partner and who is rehypothecating that Bitcoin, and then we see a bear market where the price of Bitcoin tanks. What if their lending partner blows up and isn't able to repay that coin, and then Strike somehow gets involved and their main business gets compromised? I'm not saying this is going to happen to Strike. Jack Mallers is a smart guy. He's probably designed it in such a way that this won't happen, but it is a possibility, and it did happen last cycle with FTX, BlockFi, Celsius, etc. So I'm very wary, and that's why I'm looking to move to River until Strike has proof of reserves. And so Jack Mallers actually did respond to me, and he said, Bitcoin on our platform has nothing to do with the lending product. So again, that's true in a sense, but I just don't understand. Like, if say NYDIG blows up or has issues with that rehypothecated Bitcoin, or say they end up using a different partner that's not NYDIG, that's less trustworthy, and they blow up, I just don't. That interplay is not great there, and I don't know like the intermixing if that's going to affect his main business. So it may have nothing to do with the lend product. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it's very solidly firewalled. But this gives me concern. Then he says that we are working on proof of reserves lending, and they'll get there. And so, and by the way, this is and then he also listed that, by the way, here's my response to the screenshot in case it's helpful. So he did respond directly to this screenshot saying that it's an old macro and more of a legal technicality. So just kind of a trust me bro situation there. I don't know. I'm not really interested in trusting anybody when it comes to this type of stuff, especially having gone through the last cycle. So I do like Strike. I think it's a great product. I like Jack. If they get this proof of reserves up, I'd be fine going back to to Strike, and I think I actually replied to him here, so I can show you what I wrote. So I wrote back to him. Thanks for the info. I've really enjoyed using Strike over the years. I'll look forward to coming back when you have the proof of reserve systems in place. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Not your keys, not your coins is the mantra. And I think it's fine if you decide not to have self-custody of your coin and you want to lend it out to Strike to get that tax advantage loan. I think that's totally fine. But it just concerns me that they're not going to have proof of reserves of those coins. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm not access to all of their legal information. I don't know what's going to happen if, say, their trading partners blow up. I don't want to risk having coins stuck on Strike if something happens like that. Again, I don't know for sure this is going to happen. It probably won't with Strike. Like I say, Jack's a smart guy, but it has happened in the past, and I've seen it happen, and I don't want any part of it. So personally, that's where I'm at. I just thought I'd share this because I thought it was an interesting debate, and I appreciate Jack responding to me, but this is where I'm at the moment. So let me know what you guys think.